What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol here, back at it again with another episode of Piofiore Faded Memories playthroughs. And, well, y'all, we got through a lot of stuff, I ain't gonna lie. The last chapter, unfortunately, I ran into another premature bad end with Lee. So, basically, y'all, we were on a boat. Deal went south. Gilbert and Dante are working together. They unloaded a pencil bomb that sunk both the ships, and there were, unfortunately, Lao Shu members, but there were girls that were drugged out, and they were to be traded to, China, and then in the receiving boat from the mainland, they would have guns and drugs and all that other stuff. So, that got thwarted, and, the thing, with this chapter is that because of the whole, trading deal gone south, Yang, Lily, the twins, and I guess some of their lackeys, they had to go through the forest. The thing with Berlone Forest is that it's full of wolves. But Yang and company made quick work of the wolves, child. I mean, I'm surprised that they weren't an endangered species anymore. Lily and Yang, they stayed. Well, I kind of jumped ahead, but this is the cliff notes of it. They managed to get around the Viscontis and the Falzones because they were stationed all throughout the traveling area between that that body of water and the main city of Berlone. So, we had some tender moments with Yang and Lily. Yang's really softening up to Lily. Lee's plan was thwarted, and he managed to fish Lily out by herself with the help of a Lao Shu member, talking about some damn cat. So, in the bad ending, Lee drugs Lily, and the rest is history. In the normal continuation of the chapter, Yang intervenes, and ends up killing Lee. So, that's that was a major plot point, that Lee's dead. And now it's just we're seeing what's going to happen in chapter 7. So, folks, let's get to, shall we? So we returned to the base a little early. Huh? It was a slight feeling of discomfort. I couldn't express it in words, but something felt like it was different from usual. What's wrong? I looked over at Yang, and for a moment he looked like his usual self. But his gaze was sharp, as if he were facing an enemy. Yang senses something too? Without being able to shake off the feeling, we stepped into the room, and there stood... Oh shit, how did he get in our place?
Falzoni ka.
Lee, you stupid idiot. Like, this wouldn't have happened if you just behaved yourself. Dante Falzoni was sitting leisurely on a chair with his legs crossed. You're reading my Shakespeare.
趣味の悪い部屋だが、シェイクスピアは悪くない。暇つぶし程度にはなった。
I think that's one of the few times he smiled.
ラオ州の人間も存外骨がないな。こうも脆い組織なら、もっと早くに片付けておけばよかったか。
Dante was clearly taunting him, but Yang didn't bat an eyelash. Don't you know, Dante? You are trying to outmaster the master of shit talking. Finally, I realized why things felt unusual. It was too quiet. Yeah, it must have been a mass exodus or something. Like, what the hell's going on? I usually don't have the TV on that loud when I'm playing visual novels, so I hope y'all heard me, but if you didn't, then I didn't say anything too crazy. Despite the twins and some of the others being out, there still should have been some members at the base. But as we walked inside the building into the room, we hadn't encountered anyone. Maybe all of the men who were left here are all...
その娘は返してもらおう。いや、お前はここで死ね。
Why? If you have to kidnap me, just kidnap me. But don't kill Yang. Not after we done softened them up.
お前に俺が殺せると本気で思っているのか?
Yeah. Yang spoke in a taunting way. He suddenly pulled the stuffed panda from the shelf and threw it forward as Dante raised his gun. A burst of cotton shot through the toy as it blocked Dante's field of vision. That's what he wanted. By then, Yang had already pulled me out of the room. Oh, gosh, we can't run forever. Oh shit. There was no one in the hallway earlier, but now it's filled with members of the Falzoni. Oh my god, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all can hit me. They must have been hiding in the other rooms. As soon as we came out, they began to shoot at us relentlessly. Ah!
なるほど。お前を疑う一瞬は気を使っているらしいな。
Blessed be to the stormtrooper aim. Yang muttered as he ran, completely unafraid of the bullets. What? Come to think of it, he's right. The only people shooting were those who could aim at Yang. Oh, okay. Are you? Oh. I thought his coward ass was gonna use me as a shield. Oh wait, I didn't read that, I don't think. Yang picked me up and jumped back, crouching. If they couldn't aim at me, the window where they could shoot was restricted. But even so, evading gunfire in a narrow corridor had its limits. Okay. The bullets that Yang couldn't dodge were starting to graze him. Yang, you're bleeding. Yeah, this happened before. I'm just wondering if he's some kind of Terminator we don't know about, or he's just that much of a hedonist that he don't give a fuck. Or is it sadist? No, sadist is when you inflict pain on others. Hedonist is taking, like, is it? You know I gotta read this shit. Make sure I'm saying the right one. No. Is it Mockism? on others. Yeah, masochist. There we go. Wrong one. Yang showed no signs of pain. On the contrary, he gave a thin smirk.
さて、どうしたものか。
You know I worry about you, love. As soon as Yang muttered, we heard a voice from the entrance. Like, you better not hit her! Twins? Oh!
私たちの家からぞろぞろファルツォーネが出てくるの。
僕たちがリーのところに行ってる間に好き勝手してくれたみたいだね。
Lee did give us the warning. He's like, you idiots! They're storming our... they're gonna storm us as we speak.
大丈夫だよ、ラン。全部なぎ倒してやればいい。それだけ。
そうね。私たちがいればファルツォーネなんて目の上のタンコブ。
A bump in our eye? I've never heard of that one before.
それ合ってるの？
Okay. Babe, we see each other.
多分。行くよ。ヘイ。
はい。
Oh, Lord. As soon as Yang muttered, we heard a voice from the entrance. Could it be...
やん、お待たせだよ。
Yang and I had managed to avoid the shooting. Well, why aren't they still shooting? The twins came running in. You two are safe!
当たり前でしょ。私たちを誰だと思ってるの？
僕たちが揃ってればこれくらいどうにでもなっちゃうよ。
どうにもならない。あなたたちは。
No! Orlock, no! Please! Don't interfere! A cold and quiet voice spoke. Orlock.
しばらく見ないと思ってたら、今度はファルツォーネに味方するのね。裏切り者よ。
まあどうせ信用できないやつだと思ってたけど、強国とかちょっとうさんくさいしね。
I'm not ready! Yo, I'm not ready! Oh my god! Somebody's gonna die! Orlock slightly gripped his dagger and lunged forward.
ラン、気をつけて。こいつの攻撃、見た目より重いよ。
Faye parried Orlock's dagger, but couldn't stop the momentum and spun through the air before landing on his feet. Well, damn, what the hell did they do?
大丈夫よ。フェイは私の活躍でも見てて。
As Orlock moved towards Faye, Lan ran toward him and swung the weapon without hesitation. She was really close, but a Falzoni member interrupted her with gunfire. Oh my god, please don't shoot them. Lan took a big jump back.
もうごちゃごちゃ湧いてくるファルツォーネども邪魔ね。
Oh, we get that grumpy face.
お前たち、そのくらいにしておけ。引くぞ。
Okay, yeah. We're outgunned, outnumbered in a narrow hallway. It would not go well. Yes, retreat.
この拠点捨てちゃうの？
Yes, I don't care.
不利な状況で戦うことに意味はない。
ヤンがそう言うなら了解だよ。
私たちなんとか逃げるよ。じゃあまた後でね。
On Yang's orders, the two ran in opposite directions. Yang took me in another direction and we ran up the stairs. What the hell? Yang, why are we going up? We'll be trapped. The Falzoni were running up the stairs behind us. Once they catch up, there will be nowhere else to go.
リリアーナ、お前、空を飛んでみたいと思ったことはないか？
I figured somebody was gonna die, but I didn't want it to be me. Holy shit. I know you're not trying to jump off a building. Huh? It was such a sudden question. It was a sudden question, excuse me. It was so out of place, my eyes grew wide.
答えろ。
Oh no. Well, I guess she answers it. I dreamed of it when I was a child, but... Yang's smile deepened. I had a bad feeling about this. Oh no. Don't tell me. Girl, you late to the party. I hope there's like one of those, what is it, awnings that are, you know, like in the movie. I turned pale, but Yang ignored me and picked me up. He suddenly leapt from the floor. Ah! Why are you smiling, you freak? Okay, I got some stockings, leggings, whatever. No, stockings. My screaming Yang's laugh coincided. Yang jumped high and easily landed on the neighboring building.
楽しいだろう、飛ぶのは。
This isn't fun, and watch where your hand is. Before I could catch my breath, Yang jumped again with me in his arms. This is it, fly it! I couldn't even finish my sentence. I almost bit my tongue as I desperately gripped Yang's shoulder. Girl!
一度落ちてみたいと思っていた。案外死なないものだな。
Yang's talking about falling? I didn't even have time to reprimand him. Yang jumped so nimbly that I couldn't believe he was able to carry me in the process. We leapt from building to building until finally we found ourselves far from the base. Like, don't you ever do that again! We descended the stairs and I could finally feel solid ground under my feet again. I thought I was going to, what, die? Yeah, me too. Perhaps from relief, my knees wouldn't stop shaking, even after we reached the last step. Woo-hoo. Seeing this, Yang easily picked me up once more and ran through the alleyway. He chose routes that were mostly empty of people and moved quickly without hesitation. We finally approached the back alley that was especially devoid of people.
待っていたよ。
Oh, of course you're here. I don't want no one to die. No. Nicola, please. There stood Nicola Francesca waiting for us with a smile on his face. How many times? Well, no, we don't know. Let's continue on. Behind them were the Falzoni members in a line with their guns raised. And then... Elena! Is she alright? Is she withdrawn? Is she withdrawing or something? He brought Elena out from behind and held her up as she stood on shaky legs. Oh, you poor baby. At least you're alive. Elena seemed weak and couldn't stand there on her own.
この子は君の友達らしいね。ファルツォーネはずっと君を見守っていた。こういう関係だって当然抑えている。
Nicola, please.
このお友達が君と一緒にラオ州の人間にさらわれて、リーの慰み者になっていたことも知っていたよ。
So what, you gonna have me trade her for me? that means the Falzoni knew all along and allowed it to happen. I suppose it makes sense that the Mafia wouldn't go out of their way to protect us, but it wasn't just Elena. I thought of all the girls who had lost their lives on that boat. The Falzoni are so cold. I used to think that the Falzoni had faith in God, that they were dependable figures in the town. Well, you thought wrong, but I realized that I was just being naive. Helena, why is she with you?
ああ、混乱するのも無理はないよね。ちょっとだけ説明してあげよ
う。Nicola, my first, please, please have a heart.
リーはラオシュウとヤンの動きについて僕たちに情報を流してくれていたんだ。だからこんな時のためにあらかじめ彼女を渡しておいてもらった。
Nicola, you're not this cold, please. With that, he put a gun to Elena's head. I don't know if I said it already, but I'm saying it again. Please don't.
無駄な犠牲を出すのは僕の趣味じゃない。だからこちらにおいで、リリアーナ。
I've already been with you. Why?
そうすれば僕は何の罪もない女の子を傷つけずに済むし、君も友達を失わないで済む。
Well, I will say this. At least he looks like he's positioned properly. Because I will never forget that one time where the Falzone member that was threatened by the Laoshu, how Nicola was placed. It didn't look right. What? If I go over to them, I know that Yang will be showered with bullets. I thought I heard Yang sigh a little, and he lowered my body. No! There's gotta be a better way, Yang. But the fact that he's understanding, that speaks volumes, I guess. I don't want to. Oh, of course. Why are there like 11 million choices, man? I can't stand it. Please don't die. I can't do that. So I'm choosing him or I'm choosing Elena. Oh my gosh. Elena, him, Elena, him. Or him, Elena, him, Elena, him, Elena. Elena's whacked out of her mind. I can't do it, I'm sorry. I can't do that. If I go, I know you're gonna be killed. Yang gave me the gentlest smile like never before and stroked my cheeks. She whacked out, man. It's too late.
今ここでファルツォーネにお前を奪われようと何も変わらん。すぐに迎えに行ってやる。お前は俺のものだからな。お前はおとなしく待っていろ。いいな。
I suppose so. After making up my mind, I looked Nicola Francesca in the eye. You bastard already had me. I'll go to you quietly. So please, don't hurt Yang.
ヤンを傷つけないで。
Did I stutter? He repeated my words, confused. He looked like he had absolutely no idea why I'd say such a thing.
君がどうしてもって言うなら考えてあげてもいいけど。
Please. He stared at me for a little while, and then he let out a sigh.
いいよ。ヤンが何もしてこないなら僕もこの銃は使わない。
Can I really take your word for it, Nicola? You are a good liar after all.
君の綺麗な瞳に誓って約束しよう。
He's a sweet talker. Yes, girl, we know. But I had no choice but to trust him. I slowly walked over to the Falzone's side. No!
ようこそ。
When I was in front of him, he let go of Elena and grabbed my hand instead. Losing her support, Elena crumpled to the floor. I tried to reach out to Elena just then. Just then what? Gunfire rang. No! No! You promised! Oh, this is not the good end. This is definitely not the good end. What? I turned around and saw Yang's clothes gradually turn red. No! No! Oh, he didn't. I'm willing to bet he didn't hear what the heck I said. Behind Yang stood Dante Falzone holding a gun. When did he get there? No, he promised, but Dante didn't hear it. Watch. No! You promised! At my protest, he smiled with a cool face.
僕は何もしていないよ。
No! He did say he wouldn't use his gun. He didn't mention anyone else wouldn't. I knew it. I shouldn't have trusted him. I glared at his jade eyes, but his expression remained unchanging. You green-eyed serpent. I hate you now. I went from loving you to crying over you, and now I loathe you, you bastard. Oh, just run. Get better than get me. Yang smiled aggressively as he held his wound.
その女はお前たちに預けておく。丁重に扱う。今日のところはこれで帰らせてもらうとしよう。
Oh wow. he might as well have freaking, I don't know, I can't even think of anything right now. With that, he leapt up and out of sight. He disappeared so quickly, I can hardly believe that he was injured.
逃がすな、おい！頭を殺さなければラオシュウを潰したことにはならない。
On Dante Falzone's orders, his subordinates rushed after Yang.
それじゃあ僕たちも行こうか。君の友達も連れて行ってあげるから安心してね。
You could like dip. You could make a break for it if you so bold, Liliana. But I don't think you are. Outcome. Okay, please.
なあ、予定通り襲撃を決行した。
Rat bastard.
守備はどうだ？聞いたとこによると、ヤンの死体は確認できてねえようだが。
相変わらず耳が早いな。 取り逃がした。だがこの件はこちらに一任してくれ。すでに必要な手は打ってある。
ラオ州を潰してくれるなら俺に文句はねえよ。ファルツォーネのお手並み拝見と行こうじゃねえか。
それじゃあ僕たちも行こうか。君の友達も連れて行ってあげるから安心してね。
Oh, will you? At first you dropped her like a sack of potatoes, so I think I have a right to worry. And so Elena and I were taken away from that location. A few days had passed since I had been brought to the Falzone's mansion. The Falzone seemed to be committed to having me in their custody. They gave me a grand room, nice clothes, and plenty of food. They were taking good care of me. But I simply couldn't trust the Falzone family. And besides, who am I to the Falzone? Well, I mean, go watch my Orlock playthrough to find out, y'all. Why haven't they taken me into their custody? Why have they taken me into their custody? Why are they doing so much? They've left me alone since my arrival. Girl, see if you can get out of a window. No matter how much I asked for an explanation, they never responded. That's their attitude toward the whole thing. Well, that's Dante's attitude toward the whole thing. Like, leave her in the dark and don't tell her anything. But Nicola, he was open to letting me know. Come in. Although my room was locked, I was sure they had a spare key. Excuse me. There would be no point in fighting this. I got up to open the door.
食事をとっていないと聞いたが。
What do you care? Yes.
俺が気に食わないとしても、ラオ州が気に食わないとしても、食事だけは欠かすな。お前がここから逃げ出したいと思うなら、なおのこと、食べられる時には無理をしてでも食べておけ。
I remember Yang saying something similar, but I still can't get myself to eat. I looked up with sad, bewildered.
どうだった？あの子、何か食べていたかな？
Hey, look, it's my last two boyfriends. Nicola asked with gentle concern, and I shook my head.
いや、彼女はいつもああなのか。
そう、ここへ来てからずっと。
連れてくるのに友達を利用しちゃったからそれで怒っているのか
な。だとしてもあんなに塞ぎ込むのはどうしてなんだ。
Because you almost killed my man. Duh.
まさかヤンに本気で惚れていたとでも言うのか。
Yes.
ありえるかもしれない。ラオ州で見た限りヤンのことを嫌がってはいないようだったから。
ヤンは最低の男だと思うけど、彼女みたいな環境で育った女の子なら、ああいう危険な男に惹かれちゃうのは無理ないのかもね。
あれだけの銃撃の中、致命傷もなく逃げ延びたあの男は。
Well, shit, I thought you shot him in a vital area.
Ah, that's my Yang.
危険な男どころか 間違いなく化け物だがな。
I'm pretty sure he is. But he's my monster. I spoke coldly and looked at Orlok once again.
ラオ州には壊滅的な打撃を与えた。それは間違いない事実だろう。だが、それでもヤンを殺さなければラオ州を潰したことにはならない。有益な情報を流してくれたお前には感謝している。引き続き協力してくれ。
はい。俺はファルツォーネに協力する。
Oh, just like you cooperated by putting your dagger to Dante's dad's neck? Sure, fam. Orlok gave a light nod as he turned to leave. His coat billowed behind him.
しかし、ただの情報屋にしては腕が立ちすぎる。一体何者だ。
ラオ州の件が片付いたら彼の背後関係を改めて洗うつもりだよ。出入りの情報屋の身元は全員調べている。当然彼も例外じゃない。以前調べた時は何も出なかったけど、君が心配なら今すぐ洗い直そうか。
いや、優先すべきはあくまでヤンだ。どうせ近いうちに動くだろう。
After some thought, Nicola muttered,
彼女を助けに来るかな。
それはないだろう。だが、ファルツォーネの屋敷には用があるはずだ。警備を手薄にしておくように指示を出す。
Yeah, good bait. I looked up with sadness and he stood there, silently staring at me. His eyes were ice cold and I couldn't sense any kind of emotion. What happened to Yang? And where's Elena?
あの男については話せない。お前の友人についてだけ答えよう。彼女は入院させた。薬を過剰に摂取しているため助かるかどうかはわからない。
Fucking Lee. I see. I felt my heart go heavy. I looked out the window at the night sky. I thought about Yang, Lan, Faye, and Elena. Dad. I'm sure Yang will be alright. Lan and Faye too. Despite their appearance, they seem quite capable. Elena, I wonder how she's doing. Whenever I thought of Elena, I naturally remembered that time in Valeno. There must have been so many casualties on the Falzoni side during the shootout. And I know many men from the Laoshu have lost their lives. Though they were scary and rough with their words, we shared many meals together. I couldn't say they were good people, but I had mixed feelings about their deaths. What a perfect line to get a meanwhile story. It was shortly before the night veil was lowered.
くそ。
No!
あれくらいなら逃げられると思ったのにね。
Oh no, no! They got the kid. Well, they got Faye.
全部オルロックのせいよ。計算が
Oh,
過
they
ぎた
got
わ。
both of them.
絶対許せないね。
No, please don't hurt the kids, man. Oh man. Oh god.
僕たちにとって不利なことも多いけど、悪いことばかりじゃないよ。
そう。ファルツォーネは私たちから情報を引き出そうとしてる。 まだヤンは生きてるってことね。
そう、ヤンが生きてる限り僕たちは絶対に口を割らないよ。どんな拷問にも屈しない。
Y'all gonna be earless.
その息をフェイ、私たち絶対に耐え抜くよ。
どうせなら自力で抜け出してもらえるとありがたいんだが。
Yeah, me too. The guard standing at the entrance to the underground chambers crumpled to the floor.
助けに来てくれたの？
まさかこんなとこまで来てくれるなんて思わなかった。
Now come get me afterwards.
助けに来たとも言えるか。貴重な戦力だからな。迎えに来た。お前たちは俺の武器だろ。死ぬまで使ってやる。役目を果たせ。
Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this.
もちろんだよ。
これからどうするの、ヤン？
舐めた真似をしてくれたファルツォーネにたっぷり礼をしてやらんとな。俺は残った戦力を集める。ここを抜け出したらお前たちは予備の隠れ家に詰めておけ。
任せて。
その前にせっかくだ。
No, don't go. Don't get me. It's a trap.
この屋敷で派手に騒ぎを起こしてから逃げおおせてもらおうか。
I was about to sigh once more, but suddenly I heard a loud commotion. No! I wonder what happened. There was noise coming from the hallway. Were they holding someone in a cell? Could it be? Just when I thought that much. Oh my god! I'm here! I'm here! I heard a familiar voice outside and ran out onto the balcony. Oh! Yang! Seeing him for the first time in days, I felt my heart swell. Wait, was that noise because...
双子がホールの方ではしゃいでいる。
They're safe. I'm so glad.
この状況であいつらを気にするとはお前らしいな。
Yes, fool. I stared at Yang. No, let's get out of here. Damn that staring.
どうしたリリアーナ。
I believed in you. Why? Why? A choice. Why? Oh my god. This is so stupid. Bruh. I don't know about this choice, y'all. God damn it. I knew you would pull through. That you'd be safe. That you'd come for me. That you'd come. Aang blinked silently as if caught off guard.
俺を信じるとはな。
Yes. He seemed half troubled and muttered.
お前を迎えに来たと言いたいところだが、今夜は顔を見に来ただけだ。
What? Why would you come get me? I'm right here. What? Exactly. I thought he came to rescue me. My eyes grew wide in surprise.
構成員の大半は死んだが、各所に潜り込ませた部下がまだ残っている。生き残りを集めてフ ファルツォーネに仕掛けるつもりだ。
No, no, take me with you. Yang was squinting with a hint of glee.
今お前をさらってもファルツォーネの追っ手がかかるだけだからな。
My heart's gonna explode. What?
ファルツォーネを根本から叩かなければ意味はない。
But then the Visconti are gonna be after you. So take me with you!
だから本格的に気が整ったその時に改めてお前をさらいに来よう。
So you really only came to see my face?
ああ。
You gotta be lying. This gotta be an out of season April Fool's joke. After going through all this sneaking into the Falzoni manor.
フェイとランを逃がすついでだ。
But if they find you?
危険だと？危険は承知の上だ。それでもお前に会いに来ることを俺は選んだ。
Yang.
この程度の警備も兵も恋の翼で軽く飛び越えた。
Okay, sweetheart. Yeah. I believe you. I was surprised to hear the familiar verse. And Yang spoke with a mean smirk.
こういうのが好きなんだろ、お前。
Oh, wait. That was from Shakespeare? Wow. I like your cut, G. I remember telling him about this when I was reading that book. Ooh, he listens, girl. Of a young girl in love and the young man who came to see her. He remembered what I said in passing, and he come all the way here to do this. His kind gesture touched me. I was so happy my eyes welled up with tears. Because he was gonna leave me right after. That story has a tragic ending. You shouldn't copy it. That was the only thing I could think of, that I could think to say.
俺は毒など飲まん。
Yang reached out to my cheek.
女の涙も悪くはないが、今は泣くな。駆け引きを忘れてさらいたくなる。
Just ugly crying. I'm just kidding. Yang.
少しだけ待て。必ず迎えに来る。
Well, I believed you back then, so what's stopping me from believing you now? I guess do what you gotta do. His eyes shone like the moon as he looked at me. I closed my eyes and accepted him. It was just a light kiss, a vow. Yang came all this way here just to show me his face so that I could relax. That alone filled me with happiness. Excuse me. Oh, his gentle warmth suddenly left me, and I surprisingly longed for more. Yang?
なんだ?
He looked at me with eyes like the moon, and he seemed to see through my confusion. When I feel your touch like this, it puts me at ease. I find it strange myself. I thought I didn't like it before, because he gave you too much of it at one time. But sleeping on my own here, I feel lonely. I've been thinking about you every night. Aww.
そうか。
That's it, I see.
俺も同じだ。お前がいない夜は退屈で仕方ない。
Really?
疑うのか?
No. That's because it's like a dream that you think of me that way. His eyes thinned and his lips moved slightly. I felt my heart pounding and I looked at him in the eye. Yang, oh gosh. Please. Oh, please. Shit.
もう喋るな。
Oh, okay. I'm always thinking the worst, y'all. He gave me a sweet kiss, as if to seal my mouth shut. I closed my eyes and surrendered to what he would give me. I couldn't wait for the day he returned. Please keep him safe, and let him rescue me soon. I wished upon the stars. Excuse me. Y'all yawning so daggone much? Scarlet Bloom. Ooh. Because Yang came to visit me, I welcomed the morning with a little different outlook. I know. He gave me that glow again, y'all, and we didn't even have to have sex. Now that I had hope, my life wasn't as painful as before. I spent every day thinking of Yang. One afternoon, a few days later, Dante Falzoni visited my room once again.
近頃きちんと食事をとっているようだな。
Because my man came to see me. What of it? Yes.
料理を作った者が喜んでいた。
Oh, Julia, tell her I said what's up.
俺たちはお前を苦しめたいわけじゃない。望むならいずれ教会に返してやるつもりだ。
Interesting. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna station men at the damn church. I'd say go to the church. Despite his offer, I couldn't let my guard down. To me, the Falzoni was the fearsome mafia. They were the people I mustn't trust. Seeing my vigilant expression, Dante looked troubled and fell silent.
この頃は冷え込みが厳しい。着替えや毛布が必要ならメイドに言え。
Thanks. I appreciate the offer.
夕食の希望があればキッチンに伝えるが、何か欲しいものはあるか？
No, nothing. You've been treating me to luxurious meals that I don't deserve. Or does the Falzoni family always have such a feast?
近頃は少し特別な料理が続いたかもしれないな。お前に喜んでもらいたいんだろう。
You know I ain't gonna be happy without my man, so I don't know what everything y'all doing, it's in vain. Don't tell him, Liliana.
それよりラオ州では十分な食事が出たのか？
Yes, I did. I had a big helping of... Let me shut up. Why would he ask such a thing? Wait, does he actually care? The food at the Lao Shoes was different from the Berlone dishes, but it was delicious.
そうか。
I find it strange that the boss of the Falzoni would care about such a thing. Or such thing. Ah, yeah, you can say that. I guess.
ファルツォーネに対してお前が何を思っているかは知らないが、俺たちはいたずらにラオ州排除を掲げているわけじゃない。
Just don't hurt him.
ただ、ラオ州がブルローネを狙う以上、全員殺すしかない。それだけだ。
There has to be another way, Dante. It's like you have two modes: kill or don't kill. As long as they harm Berlone, it was well known that the mafia truly cared about saving face. It sounds like if the Laoshu decided to back off, a yawn, he's willing to let them slide. I tested him. Maybe Yang has already left town.
それならそれで構わない。二度とブルローネに足を踏み入れないのであればな。
Ooh, looks like we going off to wherever the fuck, I don't know. You won't go after him?
街の外でのことには干渉しない。メンツのこともあるにはあるが、 今はラオシュウに労力を割くよりもやらなければならないことが山ほどある。
Having heard what the boss of the Falzoni had to say, I thought about it. A week had passed since Yang came to see me. I spent my days hopeful that the time had finally come when he was ready. Come to think of it, when we first met, Yang was looking up at the stars. As I reminisced about the night we met, I heard a pebble hitting the window. Surprised, I turned to see a shadowy figure. I rushed to the balcony to welcome him. I can't talk, y'all. I rushed to the balcony to welcome him in.
Hi. Yang, you're safe.
当然だ。いい子で待っていたようだな。
Come get me. Come get me. I don't like it here. I know, but I wanted to see you so badly. All I could think of was you.
俺もお前のことは片時も忘れていない。待たせてしまったな。もう少しの辛抱だ。
Why are you doing this to me? Then
ああ、すべての手はずが整った。結婚は2日後の早朝。
Is that such a good idea? Well, tell him about, shit. Tell him that you don't even have to do that. Just take me and let's skip town. While it's still bright?
ファルツォーネは毎週教会に行く。お前も見たことがあるのではないか?
Oh, come to think of it, Wednesday morning. So that's Wednesday when they're gonna attack?
先日、俺の留守中にファルツォーネが入り込まれた。
Oh, yeah, they did. Yikesies.
異種返しだ。こちらもファルツォーネが留守の間に仕掛ける。
Yang looked like he was having fun, but I could only worry about him. But Yang, I think you have the option of giving up Berlone.
何を言っている?
The Falzoni said as long as the Laoshu is after the town, they'll have to kill everyone. But they won't interfere with what happens outside of town. So if you leave Berlone, no one will be killed. Vay, Len, and of course you as well. Don't worry about me. I'm just happy you came again. So...
ふざけるなよ。お前は俺の女だ。自分のものを奪われたら取り返す。それは当たり前のことだろう。
Yang.
そんな顔をするな。もうしばらくの辛抱だと言ったろう。お前はいい女だからな。あまり奴らの手元に置いておきたくない。いつファルツォーネやフランチェスカがお前を手ごみにするとも限らん。
The moves already been made with Francesca. But Falzoni will come after you. Or maybe Gilbert. How do you get Gilbert? Alright, I'm worried about other men when my man's right in front of me, y'all. Oops. Seeing that I still felt anxious, Yang's eyes narrowed longingly. Yang's fingertips softly touched my cheek, and he gently stroked it with affection.
少し痩せたか?
No. Please.
Please don't be that type of dude. Just get some meat on my bones when I'm not stressed out. Well, I'm not that hungry, but I'm trying my best to eat because you told me to before.
そうか。ファルツォーネには何かされていないか?
Rather, they're treating me like glass. These people, they don't understand why I'm worried about your safety. Maybe the Falzonis don't have the heart to understand what it means to cherish someone. To cherish. Lord, maybe the Falzonis don't have the heart to understand what it means to cherish someone.
そうか。だが、思えば俺にも人間らしい心などはなかった。
But you have one now.
このぬくもりを教えてくれたのはお前だ。
Yang slowly approached my face and I silently closed my eyes. Our lips touched, conveying his heat. I wish with all my heart to be intoxicated by this bliss forever.
名残惜しいか、もう戻らねばな。
Okay. Right, before you get caught, please stay safe. Looking up at him, all I could think was, I wanted to be with him forever.
言われるまでもない。
Yang gave a confident smile and looked at me with eyes full of passion.
お前がいない夜は長い。もう少しの辛抱だ。俺も、お前も。
Yang turned his back and jumped off the balcony without a sound, melting into the darkness. Just. I left Fauci and entered Creta. I walked down the bustling streets, eating the meat I bought from a food stall.
ねえお兄さん遊んでいかない？
No, skank.
悪くはないな。
Well, you ain't that bad.
本当？じゃあこっちに。
だが今夜は気分ではない。そのうち顔を出そう。
I left the foolish woman and continued. That's right, you belong to Lily. The street lamps in Creta were so bright that the stars looked rather dim.
もう少しは遊べそうだからな。今は流れに身を任せればいい。
Until I got bored, this would be my stage. Yang turned his back. Oh, yeah, I read this. Yeah, I read this. I stood on the balcony and watched him until I could see him no more. Two days later, Wednesday morning arrived and Dante Falzoni seemed to head out to the church as usual. If there are no changes to their plans, Yang should be attacking soon. I was nervous in my room when suddenly there was a commotion at the entrance. It started, but all I could do was just pray for Yang's safety and wait in the room. It felt like an eternity. Yang!
待たせたな。
Aww. I ran to Yang, reaching out to him. I ran to Yang, reaching out to hug him tightly. I'm so glad you're safe. I couldn't help but tear up, and Yang gave me a gentle smile. He grabbed his chin. Why do you grab your own chin? Okay. Whatever. He grabbed his chin, giving me a rough, hungry kiss.
行くぞ。
Yay! Okay. He held my hand tightly and pulled us as we ran out of the room.
やん、こっちはもう大丈夫だよ。
この前のお返し存分にしてやるよ。
Fate Land, I'm so glad to see you two safe.
それはこっちのセリフだよ。
強いってことだね。
Seeing the twins' confident smiles after so long washed away all my anxiety.
おしゃべりは後だ。行くぞ。
Why? Oh shit. All three of the asses are out. As we ran out the mansion, there stood the Falzoni men blocking our way. Oh my god, Orlok's a short little bean. Or the other two are just tall drinks of water. Among the men was Dante Falzoni, who was supposed to be at church. Because he's a heathen.
あらら、完全に包囲されてるね。これじゃ逃げられないよ。
Maybe we should have went out the back.
オルロックもいるね。厄介だよ。
うまく引っかかってくれたようだな。
Yeah, we sure did. Shit. I thought you went to the church.
ネズミの考えそうなことくらいは大体わかる。俺たちはラオ州の残党を泳がせていただけだ。
I should have posted up at church.
ヤン、お前は力だけではない。頭も十分に切れる男だ。本気で隠れられたら探し出すのには骨が折れる。だからそちらから来てもらうことにした。残党もまとめて処分できるしな。
今日という日を待っていたのはお前たちも同じだったというわけか。
君はこの屋敷に入り込むたびわざわざ彼女に会っていったね。
You knew?
もちろん。まさかあのヤンがこんな迂闊な行動をとるなんて何の罠だろうって最初は驚いたけどね。
お前がここまで女に溺れるとはな。ただの男になり下がったか。
Again, you cannot out bullshit the bullshitter, Supreme. I mean, whatever, Dante. It's unbecoming of you. He muttered with contempt, looking at Yang with a cold expression. Yang smirked as if something was funny and spoke in a taunting, easygoing tone.
それだけの価値がある女ということだ。お前寝てみれば分かっただろうな。
Excuse me, I am not some community bike. We will correct this next time we are intimate.
あまり俺を侮辱するな。
I hadn't heard his voice too often, but I knew he was extremely angry. His furrowed brows revealed the hatred he felt.
狙いはやんだ。撃て。
Oh my god. On their boss's orders, the surrounding Falzoni members all began to shoot. No, you're hit! Well, that's actually to be expected. Yang put his arm around my waist, picking me up and kicking at the ground in a great leap. He swiftly dodged the bullets, approaching a corner and kicking the Falzoni soldiers on the other side.
こんなにいるなんてやりがいあるね。
まったくだよ。楽しませてくれるね。
The two voiced their usual taunts, but I heard a hint of frustration in their voices. However, they gripped their weapons and headed straight for the enemy.
僕たちが道を切り開くよ。ラン。
了解。行くよ。
Kids, please be safe. Faye took Lan's hand and swung her around. Using the momentum, he sped up and threw her right at them. Jesus, how strong is he? Okay, we spilling blood now. Lan flew fearlessly into the enemy and plowed through them with her with her green dragon crescent blade. Faye ran after her, taking out the men who were trying to attack Lan.
女の子に手を出すのは苦手なんだ。そっちは頼める?
Oh no! Orlock, sweetheart. I don't want y'all to die!
はい。
フランチェスカだったね。殺すよってひどく痛めつけてくれたの忘れてないよ。
オルロック、ラオシュを裏切ったこと許さないよ。敵に回るならちょうどいいね。殺すよ。
Lan and Faye both gave an evil grin and leapt at the same time.
お前の命は俺がもらう。
He aimed at Yang with a cold, sharp gaze.
残念だが、俺の命はお坊ちゃんのおねだりで譲ってやれるほど安くはない。高望みは身を滅ぼす。覚えておくといい。
And what the hell is Lily doing? She's just standing there?
ヘラス口を。
お前はそこでじっとしていろ。
As a gunshot rang out, Yang threw me aside. Yang ran straight at him, drawing his Schwang Go and taking a huge slash. Falzoni took a big jump back. Okay. Falzoni took a big jump back to dodge it. Yang wasn't gonna let his prey get away. He even got closer to attack, but the surrounding men shot at him, and the bullets whizzed by Yang's eyes. Oh my god! While Yang was interrupted by the gunfire. Exhaling sharply, he swiftly reloaded his gun and pointed at Yang once more. No! It seemed he had been hit. His foot started to turn red. What the fuck are you shooting people in the foot? Oh my god. But his moves hadn't slowed. Hold up! It has to be everyone shooting him because Dante has a six-chamber revolver, so he would have had to keep reloading. Or whatever. He seemed to be enjoying this dangerous situation.
やってくれるな、バルツォー
If it's just Dante, then how the hell is he shooting all that time and not reloading? Yang smiled. As he dodged the bullets flying all over him, the minute an opponent jumped... Let me read this again. As he dodged the bullets flying all over him, the minute an opponent stopped to aim, he jumped into their range. Just go. His hook skimmed his opponent's arms, but a bullet shot by one of them grazed Yang's shoulder. Wait, Lan, are you okay? Just then, Lan screamed, and I turned around with a start. Oh my god. No, she cannot die. Lan was covered in deep wounds and drenched in blood. No! Oh! Who the fuck? Wait, who is she fighting? No! She was groaning in pain and breathing heavily. She looked like she was about to fall over. Still, she gripped her sword. That's not a sword. She gripped her weapon tightly as she stared at her enemies. Blood dripped down her legs onto the ground. No! Nicola, damn you. Faye ran toward Lan, and a bullet hit him. Smoke rose out of Nicola Francesca's gun.
お前くそ
The twins were separated by him and Orlok. Faye aggressively attacked. Please. No. I can't do anything. Or maybe I could if I'm like really crazy, but he saw it coming and dodged with ease. And Faye charged past him. He punched Faye in the stomach. And as Faye charged past him, he punched Faye in the stomach. No, Faye! Faye's small body folded over in pain as he
そ
fell.
んな大雑把な攻撃は当たらないよ。
He spoke coolly and then relentlessly kicked Faye's thighs. You bastard. No, these poor children. Faye turned to see a gun pointed at him. He desperately tried to dodge it. Oh, Lord. Although he avoided getting critically hit, it pierced through his left shoulder.
もう諦めて。あなたじゃ俺には勝てない。
Lan had sustained countless wounds and her entire body was bright red. Oh my god. Even then, Lan held her weapon tight and kicked the ground, squeezing out all the power left in her. Orlok. Oh my god. Orlok easily dodged Lan's attacks and swiftly thrusted his dagger. Oh shit! The tip of his dagger. Oh god. At least it's not a critical hit. The tip of his dagger mercilessly pierced through Lan's hand, giving her a new wound. Still, Lan didn't back down and closed the distance between her and Orlok, swinging her sword down with all her might. That's not a sword, damn it. This time, Orlok decided not to dodge her. Excuse me. Instead, grabbed her wrist. Hearing Lan scream, I wanted to cover my ears. Oh no! Just leave her alone! Orlok twisted her arm up with a loud sound. Lan's sword fell to the ground, to the floor. Lan's scream reached. Sorry, Lan's scream reached Faye's ears. Faye mustered the power to stand up, ignoring Nicola Francesca in front of him, and ran toward Lan. I was surprised that Nicola Francesca did nothing and allowed him to run to her. He approached Orlok from behind and swung his lancet. Orlok sensed the attack and easily let go of Lan. Orlok swiftly turned around and in one fluid movement he held out his dagger. Oh shit! Oh no, that's it. Faye! The tip of the dagger pierced deep into Faye's chest. Orlok pulled out the dagger and blood spurted from Faye's chest. Lan stood there in shock, watching Faye powerlessly crumple to the ground. Oh my god. This is not the good ending. God dang it! In that moment, a bullet shot through Lan's heart.
これでネズミの戦力は半減だね。
Oh my god, he killed them too. They killed them too, rather. Lan's body crumpled on top of Faye's body. Faye! Lan! I screamed out their names and ran to them without thinking. No. Lan was still breathing and desperately reached her hand toward FaZe. However, she had no more strength in her body, and her fingertips could only slightly touch FaZe's body. Lan! It took Lan's small, trembling hand as she gripped it weakly. It seemed like she couldn't see anymore, and her gaze didn't match mine. No, baby girl, you did not deserve that. Oh. She stopped there. Her eyes were in a daze, but showed nothing. No! Both Lan and FaZe's bodies were losing warmth. Oh, I couldn't do anything. I felt so powerless and angry that all I could do was watch. I felt my eyes burning. Faye and Lan were no longer able to interfere in the battle. It became a one-sided slaughter. The Lao Shu men fell with each bullet. Among them, Yang and Dante Falzoni continued regardless of the surroundings. Orlok and Nicola joined them, and Yang was at a complete disadvantage.
本当に人間か信じられんな
No, cheaters! I would have. Well, no, I wouldn't have done anything. I was wondering if like Lily would just jump in and like try to like interfere, but no, she's too scared to. Ah! Damn it. Yang flashed with his strong go, but Nicola Francesca shot a bullet at his side. Suddenly, Yang thought of something and stopped moving. Orlok didn't miss the opportunity and ran toward Yang. Yang parried Orlok's dagger at the last minute, then ran. Then, Yang came toward me and stopped.
弱ったな。彼女に当たると困る。
Girl, would you do it? You did it for Nicola. I don't understand why you can't do it for Yang. Seeing Yang up close, I could see that he had several deep wounds, gunshot wounds. Unable to look at the painful injuries, I couldn't help but lower my eyes. At this rate, he'll...
もう観念しろ、ヤン。
Dante Falzoni still had his gun in hand, and took careful steps toward us, closing the distance. It was a desperate situation. Oh my god, I can read, I promise y'all. No words could describe it better. Is there anything I can do? Just as I thought, Yang swiftly embraced me. Huh? Yang? He whispered in my ears, let's run. I hope it's not anything scary. Huh? My eyes grew wide hearing his words. Does he really think he has a chance to win despite the circumstances? Knowing Yang, he may be able to think of something in this situation. I was about to ask what I could do. Ah! Before I knew it, my body was thrown right at Dante Falzoni. Astonished, his eyes grew wide, and he reached out to catch me. Oh! What the fuck? He Her blade sunk straight into Dante Falzone's chest.
ダンテ様
His voice was hoarse, but he glared with anger at Yang behind me. Incredible, Yang. You defeated him. I'm sure Lan and Faye would be so happy. I wonder why the words didn't come out when I said them. Oh. I looked down and saw that the blade was pierced right through my chest. Oh my god. Yang had stabbed both me and Dante Falzone. Yang, why? I was able to squeeze that much out, but his words were cold.
思っていたよりは楽しめたな。いい暇つぶしになった。
Yang, you bastard! Oh, that hurt. Oh, this hurts so much, y'all. Oh. What?
言っただろう。俺は毒は飲まん。たとえ、お前
Oh.
が死んだとしても。
Now my stomach hurts. Oh, it feels so rough. After I was rooting for you and I actually liked you, you do this. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I hurt for Lily. Oh, y'all. Oh, and you pull that shit with the Shakespeare. That's all I heard. I heard many voices and felt an intense storm, or maybe it was the sound of a wave. I couldn't even move my fingertips. When I fell down to the cold, hard floor, my eyes showed nothing more. I wondered what was on his mind. I thought I had a little bit of his heart. But I was wrong. Ooh, isn't that the truth? The only thing I knew was after all this, I was only good enough to kill time. By the time I understood that much, I could hear no more. What happened to Yang? Was he able to escape, or was he killed? At that point, I don't care. Fuck him. I knew that I would never get an answer to that. But I still love. That was the last thing I could think. Oh, Yang. That's the ending. Stop. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Yang. You motherfucker. Oh, Yang, that hurts. Falzone died in the midst of chaos, and I was able to escape the battlefield on my own.
なかなか楽しめたな。しかし、手持ちの駒は全て失った。これからどう動くか、ムルローネにはしばらく近寄らん方がいいだろう。
How should I spend time until this dies down? I walked along the forest trail and thought about the options for my future.
まず本国へと戻るか。リュウ・ファンフイの元であれば争いに事欠かん。とりあえずどこか近隣の国のリュウ・ファンフイの人間にでも連絡を取るか。あの女は少し惜しかったか。
Shit, you oughta. You better.
取引の最中に船を爆破された夜、女はひどく甘い思い違いをしていた。あまりに愉快で しばらくは望まれるまま甘い芝居でも打ってみようかと。
I'm naive. Oh, yay. Man, I was rooting for you, and now you pull this shit? Fuck you, I hope you get mauled by wolves.
気まぐれに恋人同士の真似事になど興じてみたが。
Wow. Wow. Oh my god, yeah. Cause he, like, when we went into that inn, whatever, and he just softened up, I actually believed him. What an asshole. Surprisingly, it did kill time.
状況が許せばもう少し付き合ってやってもよかったが。
I stopped, noticing what I was muttering about. Oh.
なぜあの女が頭から離れない。
Bitch, because I actually did something to you. Come to think of it, I've thought about that woman over and over since I escaped Verlone. Her face flickered in my mind.
俺は自分で思っていたよりもあの女が気に入っていたのかもしれんな。
Well, that's not the way to go about it. With a sense of dissatisfaction, I exhaled slightly and narrowed my eyes. Oh. You rat bastard. To get used like that. Y'all. Of course I feel some sort of way. You motherfucker. Ooh, I can't stand you. But at least we got a legit ending. No more... Oh, whoops. Wrong one. No more guessing about endings. I'm like... Oops. Okay, that was a bad ending. Yeah, I'm like... Something tells me that wasn't a good ending. So... Okay, this is like Nicola's ending. Where he has a good and a bad. So I could go ahead and go for the good ending. Or... excuse me. Or, you know, it just is what it is. But yeah, y'all, finally we take the guesswork out of like what's going on. So before I get to the better endings, next video, y'all, we will go for the alternate choices. All the alternate choices. If I get another ending from the alternate choices, then that's fine. But if I don't, then, you know, we'll just save the better ending. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. We'll save the better endings for next couple videos. And then y'all know, like with the others, we'll do the aftermath and the short story, and then that'll be Yang's route that's done. So folks, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you stopping on by. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care take it easy, and peace.